The image we have of poor people as starving and living in squalor really is not accurate. Many of them have things. What they lack is the richness of spirit. That's my opinion. Joining us now is reformed welfare cheat Star Parker, who knows a few things about poverty, physical and poverty of the spirit. Star, always a pleasure. Welcome to the program.
Well, thank you. It's good to be with you again.
I always see in you a beautiful woman with a sparkling demeanor, not because you're no longer on drugs and because you're out of physical poverty, but because you have gotten rid of the poverty of the spirit. Am I right?
You're absolutely right about me, and thank you for that. But every time you show that video of when I told you I was on drugs, I have to think about what am I going to explain to my grandson when he says, but Grandma, you tried it. But getting to the point at hand, you're absolutely right. And one of the problems that we have today with the poor is they are living for today. And they're living for today because they've been conditioned to believe that their problems are somebody else's fault. So when you think about what they spend their effort on, their time on, their money on, it's a bunch of comfort items and conveniences. And that's why disproportionate numbers that we would consider poor have cell phones and Xboxes and all these other what we might call comfort items.
But do you agree with my basic premise, which is poverty in America is not a lack of things, it's a lack of maybe opportunity and spirit. I keep saying that word, a lack of spirit. There's a difference between the two, and I don't think we're presenting a fair picture of who is poor in America and why.
Well, because the definition has been made subjective. When you think about poverty internationally, you're absolutely right. We would think about squalor. But in America, we built out a welfare state. So with that welfare state, we have an entitlement mentality that has come with it. So people are demanding more material items, more gain. And so you're absolutely right. There's a disconnection between their spirit, their drive, their personal initiative in this country, but yet they have many more comfort items.
What are you going to tell your grandson when he sees that film clip? What are you going to say? Seriously, that's a good question. What are you going to say?
Well, I'm already living an example for him. You know, my life story embodies American exceptionalism, as you know, that anyone from any background, if they will make decisions that are appropriate for their life, be careful for the choices that they make, they can excel. The challenge that we're confronted with today is the message that are sent out are entitlement messages. Poor people are poor because rich people are rich. So you don't have the poor in this country engaged in their own lives. And then you have them growing government. The demand of growth in government has led us to this entitlement mentality to where we even have entitlement programs that most Americans don't want reformed. So I'm teaching my grandson personal responsibility. I spoil him more than anything, though, because his parents have the real job of teaching him right from wrong.